We are officially in mock draft season. Today, me and Metro, we are going for 2 rounds. Mock draft, no trades. Let's see how this goes.
All right, you guys, we're on the PFF mock draft simulator. As B-Ross said, 2 rounds. We're not going to be doing any trades today. Maybe in the future, we'll do a 2-rounder with trades. B-Ross, I'll ask you the question. Do you want the evens or do you want the odds? You want first overall pick or you want to wait?
Give me the first overall pick.
All right, first overall pick is yours. You got the Tennessee Titans. A lot of ways you can go. Who you taking here?
I'm going for who I believe is probably the best player in the draft. I'm taking Ruben Bain, run off the board. I'm going to get a pass rush to help this Tennessee Titans defense out.
Ruben Bain Jr., absolute freak show off the edge. We just did our edge rankings a few days ago, so if you guys want to check out those, make sure you guys check those out. I'm back up at number 2 with the Saints, and look, I think they could use a quarterback, but I don't think they're going to draft one. I think they're going to stick it out with Tyler Shock for one more year. A lot of ways you could go. I could go and add a receiver like a Jordan Tyson, pair him up with Chris Olave. That would be nice. I don't think I'm going to do that, though. Caleb Downs, probably the second best player on the board, frankly. But I think this defense needs some energy. I think they need some juice. They need somebody who can come off the edge, be a versatile piece. And that leads me to Arvell Reese, who I think in our last mock draft I took number 1 overall.
You did.
This is just somebody that I think you just put him on your team, figure out where he works best, whether it's off-ball linebacker or edge rusher. And I think for a team in New Orleans that's kind of, they got some young pieces back there like Kool-Aid McKinstry, some dudes on the defensive line. I think adding a guy that can play off the edge or off-ball linebacker, that's a difference maker that defense could use. So I'm going to take Arvell Reese here.
Good call, Metro. Good call. He is a phenomenal linebacker. I think he can also be a pretty good edge player as well. Very little holes in his game.
Wherever you need him at.
All right, number 3. They have their quarterback of the future. Granted, he's hurt. I think they have their RB1. They have their wide receiver 1. But they need more weapons on the... You know what? I'm going to help this defense out. I was going to go Jordan Tyson, but I love Caleb Downs. I think you put this guy... You put this guy on the field, and he makes your defense that much better day one. He can play down, he can play back, he can play in the box. Very little holes in his game. Like, I'm a big Caleb Downs fan, so let's send Caleb Downs to the Big Apple.
Yeah, it's funny. I did mock drafts earlier, both on my channel and this channel, and I would consistently take Caleb Downs to the Giants. And Giants fans were always like, no, we want Jordan Tyson. We want Carnell Tate. I'm like, guys, Caleb Downs is a better player.
Yeah.
He's arguably the best player in the draft.
In the draft, exactly. And he can return punts.
You can do that too. But you look at the team, it's like, man, they have so much talent on the offensive side of things. And that front four with all those pass rushers, Dexter Lawrence, Brian Burns, Kayvon, Abdul.
Yep.
Now you go out there and you add somebody in the back end that can play multiple pieces. I think it's a great pick, and back-to-back Ohio State studs there. I'm up at number 4 with the Las Vegas Raiders, and I mean, a lot of ways I could go. This is a team, man, that they are void of talent in so many positions, and I just feel like you have to start knocking some over. The biggest one being quarterback, but I think if you throw a quarterback out there right now, you're setting them up for failure because they're going to probably have a new head coach.
Yep.
They got a bad offensive line and very little weapons outside of Bowers and Genty. So I'm going to have to pass on a quarterback here, which makes the quarterback conversation kind of interesting. But I think I might just take Peter Woods because they tried the Christian Wilkins experiment, and it just was a colossal failure. And now you look at this defense for Las Vegas, and there's so many other holes they have to work with. Corner is good this year, but I don't know if there's a guy that I'm taking at this point, number 4. I'm taking Peter Woods, who I think that would make 4 straight defensive players. And I think Peter Woods is a total stud. And you pair him with Max Crosby, again, just knock off some of those holes that this team has. And I think Peter's a great pickup here for them.
You made a great point, Metro. Like, the Raiders have so many holes in that roster. I think you have to go with immediate impact and just talent. Peter Woods is definitely one of those guys. Number 5. All right. I was, earlier in the mock draft season, I was taking a quarterback. I was, because Shador hadn't played. So it was just like, they don't have one until we know. I think Shador's going to be okay. But with that, they have to get more talent around him because Jerry Jeudy, he's just a guy. He's max wide receiver 2. And I think Isaiah Bond is a good deep threat, so he's going to have his role within the offense. So I'm going to take Jordan Tyson. I'm going to get a guy who can separate, he can win at the catch point. He's faster than you think. I question if he can play in the cold weather because it is different going from sunny Arizona to cold ass Cleveland. But with that being said, he's a talented football player, and with a young quarterback and with two young running backs, I think this offense can begin to grow.
And the thing about Cleveland is all of their needs, like their major needs, are on defense are on offense, and you just kind of like the Raiders, where it's just like just take something off the board there, right?
Yes.
Is it tackle? Is it receiver?
Yep.
I know quarterback is probably their biggest of like needs in terms of if they want to win long term, but let Shador play the rest of the season. Hopefully he gives you some more flashes, some more signs. I thought he looked okay the past few weeks. Let him be the starting quarterback next year. I know it's not the most fun, but you know he'll sell some jerseys, he'll sell some tickets
at the least.
Then you bring him some weapons, and you let that run game flourish. So I don't hate the pick at all there. All right, I'm up at number 6 with the Washington Commanders. Ooh. And if you guys did not watch that Sunday Night Football game, that was one of the better games of the week, and I was not expecting Washington to keep trying so hard in that one. I got to give them their flowers. A lot of ways I could go here. Obviously, we know they have their quarterback. I think receivers totally in play here with Carnell Tate and Mekhi Lemon, pairing up next to Terry McLaurin, because I don't know if Debo's going to return next year. That all said, I think the back end of that defense badly needs some more just guys. And I think right now, with the way I'm looking at this team, Jermon McCoy is very enticing, but I think Mansour Delane might maybe be a bit of a better fit, being a really sticky in press man coverage.
I can see that.
And you look at what Dan Quinn wants to do. Dan Quinn wants to have guys that can stick in man. My only concern for Mansour within this team is the fact that he's not like extraordinarily big. Like Jermon McCoy just has a bit more mass to him.
Yeah.
But I do think Dan Quinn will be okay with adding Mansour Delane to be the cornerback one. Pair him up with Trey Amos, and Amos has some nice size to him, and Mikey Sanders still. Taking Mansour Delane there to add to that back end.
I am not mad at that pick. He's my we'll do that ranking later, but I'm a big fan of Mansour Delane. Former VTech guy, so yeah, no, I'm very familiar with his game, and I thought he took off this year. Like he had such a good year, but
He did.
But that's a really good pick because they definitely need help in the secondary. Ooh, the Jets on the clock. We are taking.
Adonai Mitchell just had You see, Adonai Mitchell just had 100 yards.
Yeah, I mean, like
yeah.
He's not void of talent. He just has to catch the ball consistently.
I know.
All right, with the Jets. Now, the Jets being who the Jets are, I think they're going to take the wrong quarterback here. But me being who I am, I'm going to take the one. And when I say the wrong one, I don't mean the guy who's void of talent. I'm talking about the guy who can handle New York. I think it's Ty Simpson. I think he's the best quarterback prospect this year, top to bottom. Like he makes NFL throws at every level. I see it every week. And it's so frustrating because I needed them to lose this past week, and he just got hot, and he's throwing the tight windows. He's layering the ball, and I hated him for it. But I won't hate on the talent. He's a talented player who I think can help the New York Jets out because they do have some young pieces on that side of the ball, and you get a guy who gets the ball out as quick as he does with the up-and-coming O-line. I think you have something there.
Yeah, and for anybody worried about Ty Simpson handling pressure, when you got two young offensive tackles that look to be not generational, but future Pro Bowlers and top of the level guys,
absolutely,
there won't be as much pressure on Ty Simpson. And he's got Garrett Wilson, and he's got Breece Hall. I like that pick here. Ty Simpson going to the New York Jets. Arizona at 8. I mean, look, quarterback is definitely in play here because Kyler Murray probably won't be the starting quarterback for this team next year. My question for them is, would they take a quarterback here, or will they wait till 2027 and just kind of kick the can down the road? I do think it's a possibility. But
you think they're running back with Brissett?
That's what I would do if I was them. Well, if they don't take a quarterback, I would assume they'd bring Brissett back and just let Brissett throw the ball 50 times. But I think, realistically speaking, they have a good roster. There's pieces to like here. I think if you throw a young quarterback in there, and these guys are really good, I don't think you overthink it here. So I'm going to end up taking that quarterback. And the question will be, do I prefer Fernando or do I prefer Dante Moore?
Yeah.
For this Cardinals team, I actually prefer Dante Moore a little bit more. He's flying up my board quite a bit. He was somebody who I think he was my QB3 when we did our quarterback rankings a few weeks ago. He's slowly kind of reaching that QB1 or QB2 in this year's class for me. I like him a lot. Fernando, I also like a lot. I just think for Fernando, I think Arizona's a team that needs a guy with a higher ceiling. And that's why I think Dante Moore might be a better fit. But, yeah, I'm going to take Dante Moore. It's close, though, between Simpson and Fernando. It's like all three of those guys. You can kind of rank them anyway.
That's a very good point. I think Dante Moore has a higher ceiling because he's a better athlete. Like, the plays he can make with his legs, Fernando can't necessarily make. And I think Dante Moore is a pretty good decision maker just in terms of when he takes his chances, and he does a really good job of taking what the defense gives him. That's a really good pick for this Cardinals team who has some talent on that roster for sure. The Rams, by way of, is this the Atlanta pick?
Yes.
Yeah. So
Atlanta Falcons.
They need a quarterback of the future, but I'm not going to take that guy here. They also need corners. They need O-line. I don't. You know what? At number 9, go to the overall board. Just let me see the best players.
Jeremiah Love would be nasty.
No, that'd be sick.
Kill.
It would be. They wouldn't do him any justice. I think I'm gonna go corner right here, and a guy I like for them because they don't have, like they do have some talent.
Size.
Yeah, but they need size.
Yeah.
And the guy I want to take, I think is too rich at 9, but I think he's a really good football player. And Kelly Jones.
There we go.
Hey.
I like it, but you know the issue is I don't think they have him in the thing. They don't have him in the
Crazy work. Crazy.
I know. I'm telling you, when we do our cornerback rank. We're recording that after this, but it might be up already on the channel. If it isn't, you guys check it out. Man, when we talk about Kelly Jones, I love that.
Listen, 6'4", he reminds me of a more polished Tariq Woolen. Like
he does.
I studied Tariq coming out, but Tariq was very grabsy and really didn't know what he was doing yet because he had transitioned from receiver to corner. Kelly Jones is polished, he's fast and he's long, athletic. Doesn't panic. Oh, he's such a good player. If the Rams took him, I would not be surprised. Like because the Rams have a way of going to get guys who are not, like they're high, but they're not that high. Right there for sure.
We take him right here at number 29. That would make some sense.
That would.
If he's still there.
If he's still there. That's the issue. So I am going to take a corner though, but I'm going to take Colton Hood, who I think he's been playing lights out this year for Tennessee. With the injury to Jamar McCoy, he had to step up. He had to step up, and
that's the thing with Jamar is that injury scares me. Taking him a top 10 pick, it's
you can't do it. You can't justify it.
I don't think you can. He might just end up returning to college, and he's going to have to test very well for me to feel comfortable taking him in the top 10. He's going to have to look fluid and move well because tearing your ACL and still being a first round like Savone Ravel for the Cowboys tore his ACL, and he was a projected late first, somewhere in the second. He fell all the way to the third round. Right? I think Jeremiah's better than Savone, but
see, I would argue that. I thought.
Oh, really?
I thought it was Velt.
Oh my
god! Oh my god! He was so good. Like every time I see him playing now, like oh my god, he's playing such good football. But I say all that to say, Jamar McCoy. You remember Caleb Farley from Virginia Tech?
Oh yeah,
he had a back.
Tech, yeah.
Right. He had a back. Didn't play or played very seldom, and he went 19th, I think, to the Titans. I don't see Jamar going. Yeah, I don't see Jamar going before 15. It'll be a team.
He's going to have to test very, very well at the combine and pro day.
Yeah,
like very
well. That and he's going to have to his physicals, like what doctors see on those scans at the combine, are going to be everything in terms of his healing and rehab. Like, or he might just fall to the third round and turn out to be a really good player because no one wants to take that guy in the first with the 5th-year option. So
you're going Colton Hood here?
I'm taking Colton Hood for the Rams.
Hell yeah.
Go get a stud.
Love it there, Colton Hood. Getting inside that top 10. All right, Bengals up at number 10 here. I'll make this one quick. They got to protect their quarterback, Joe Burrow. I think you need a guard. I don't think Fano plays guard. I think Francis Maui Noah does. I think ideally you do trade back, and then you could take Francis, but we're not doing trades here, so I'm not going to overthink it. Take Francis Maui Noah, kick him inside to play guard. You have your 2 tackles. You now have a guard there. Keep Joe Burrow healthy, and I know the defense is not very good, but Joe Burrow's health is a bit more important to me.
Absolutely. Good call. All right. Make this real quick. I'm taking Jeremiah Love. He's going to get...
Is this your Heisman?
If I was voting, he would get a second place vote. I will vote Diego Pavia for 1.
Hell yeah.
I would. Not because of the game. Like, when you just turn on the tape, just watch them dudes play. That dude impacts his team more than anybody else. But Jeremiah would be 2, and then Ty Simpson would be 3.
I think the thing with Minnesota that's going to make their pick the most interesting is what happens with J.J. McCarthy. Because
I was going to say that.
I think they're going to sign a vet.
I think they have to.
Yeah, you have to. I would imagine they make a trade for like a Mac Jones and see if he can start for you, because J.J. has been, he's been bad. And I don't think you can just draft another quarterback.
No, and that wouldn't be smart. It would be better to draft more talent, because Aaron Jones, he's going in year 10 next year, but he's a good vet. So this is the type of guy, Jeremiah Love, he can learn how to be a pro. Well, also, Aaron hasn't completely lost it, but he's never been a big guy. He's going to be injured and banged up. So you go get a stud, and you pair him with the other 2 studs you got on the edge. You got a stud at tight end. Better offensive line. The quarterback play is the only thing that's really holding this team back, at least on offense. So if they draft one, if they have a rough season next year, then you go in 2027 with options.
Yeah, and they have a good roster. They have a good offensive line.
Yep.
Putting a Jeremiah Love back there. If they do roll it back with JJ, that would make his life a little bit easier. All right, I'm up at number 12 for the Miami Dolphins. They're winning football games now, man. They're winning games again. And this team has a lot of issues. I think one of them is at quarterback with Tua, but I think they're probably going to be forced to roll it back. If not, I might consider taking Fernando Mendoza here, but I'm not going to do so in this situation. Right here, I could go Jermon McCoy, because they have some guys in the secondary that are going to be off the team because of the salary cap, and their salary cap's not great. Maybe I could go receiver by Kyle Lemon, Carnell Tate. There's some really good players here. That makes some sense. There's a couple ways I could really go here. Man, I hate taking receiver for this team, but I'm going to take Carnell Tate here. I think Carnell Tate next to Jalen Waddle. Terry goes off the team. I think the play styles mesh well with each other. Yeah. I think you give Tua 1 more year. I don't think Tua's a long-term guy. After that, he has an out in his contract. You then sign a quarterback, or you draft one, and he's got 2 really good receivers. And, Patrick Paul is really working out at tackle for them, so you have your left tackle. You got some guys defensively. I think Carnell Tate here. I know some Dolphins fans probably won't love that, but Carnell Tate next to Jalen Waddle, that's pretty nice in my opinion.
That's a good pairing right there, because Carnell Tate to me is a true X. He's just not able to play that because he plays alongside a better X. So he doesn't get to be that guy. But Carnell Tate with this offense, with A-Chain and Waddle, that would be a nice pairing, I think. I'm with you there. All right, the Chiefs.
Oof.
They have way more holes than that. Yeah, and them picking this high feels like it's cheating. But I'm going to go interior. Actually, I'm going to go tackle, because
they need a right tackle.
They need a right tackle, and they badly. Who is it?
Juwan Taylor.
Juwan Taylor, most penalized guy the last 3 seasons, I think. And it's every week. So I'm going to get his replacement, at least his competition for year 1, and his replacement by year 2. And I'm going to draft Spencer Fano and go protect my franchise, go protect my money at all costs, because that offense would be more efficient and better if Juwan Taylor played better. Because Creed Humphrey, Trey Smith, those guys have gotten paid, so the interior is locked down.
Yep.
And I think they're getting solid play from right guard and left tackle. right guard, left tackle. But right tackle, that's a glaring hole that they need to fix. I think Spencer Fano can be that guy.
Yep, you got Josh Simmons you took last year. Now you get your other tackle, Spencer Fano, kind of revamp that offensive line after they lost Joe Tooney. All right, I got Pittsburgh up at number 14. This one's really easy. I'm just going to take Fernando Mendoza.
Absolutely.
Realistically speaking, I don't think – my personal guess right now is I think the NFL is going to really like Fernando because I think he's going to step in immediately and be one of the best leaders immediately, which I think is an underrated thing that people don't think about. But leadership, he's going to be one of the best at. And I think people are just going to trust him to be a safe prospect. And I think Pittsburgh in this situation just needs a guy like – if Rodgers returns, great. He can then teach Fernando for a year, but realistically speaking, that won't happen. So I'm taking Fernando Mendoza here, and Pittsburgh fans can rejoice a bit.
When it comes to the actual draft, I think the Fernando and Dante Moore picks would be switched.
It could happen. See, I think that they're gonna be. I think teams are gonna be lower on Simpson because of his size. That's what I think. Because when we talk about the quarterbacks, like.
Because he's what, 6? He's about 6'1".
He's about 6. I think he's just 6 foot, and he looks about 6 foot, maybe 5'11", which teams are going to have issues with because Kyler Murray hasn't panned out, Bryce Young hasn't fully panned out.
Yeah,
the only short quarterback that has really worked out the past few years has been like Brock Purdy and
Baker.
Purdy's good, but yeah, he's not that small though. He's like 6'1". I'm thinking like 6 foot to 5'11", but yeah, Baker. Not the biggest guy, but he's worked out. It took him a few years, but he figured it out.
True. Yeah. No.
You're up 15, Carolina.
Going receiver sounds effing crazy to me. Like, because how much more help does Bryce Young need? Yeah, like, to me, I don't think he can see sometimes. I'm going to be totally honest. I don't think he sees where the ball is going. I'm going to help that defense. They lost Brian Burns. They need an edge guy. Like, they got
Nick Scorton.
They need an edge guy. They need a do-all guy. I think Nick Scorton, he might be that, but ultimately, he's a really good DPR. He can line up, rush the passer. But we talk about the run game, that's where he's inconsistent. I don't think they take him. But I like him.
Thinking Falk?
Yeah, but I don't think he fits who they are defensively. Because
they run a 4-3.
They run a 4-3, and I don't think he's a 4-3 end. You know what? I'm going to go...
TJ Parker?
Ooh, TJ Parker is more of that
Sonny
guy.
Styles.
That's who
I like Sonny Styles.
I was about to pick. I think to solidify the middle of that defense, to give them... He is not going to be Luke Kuechly, but they need a middle presence. They don't have that right now. They don't have a consistent. They haven't had that since Luke Kuechly. So I think Sonny Styles right here would be an ideal pick for them. You got to think he's the guy that operates that whole defense right now, the best defense in the country. So he brings leadership. He's a hell of a player. He's really instinctive. He's tough. He tackles the ball with violence and physicality, and you put this guy behind Derek Brown. Sign me up.
And he's got great size to him too, 6'5". I love this pick. I think if they don't go receiver, I think they take probably Sonny Styles. That makes a lot of sense to me. All right, I got my Cowboys up at 16. Hey now,
we're on a roll. I know, man.
This pick's easy. Cowboys on a roll, so I mean, shoot, this pick might be number 32 if they keep it up at this point, you know. Anyways,
wishful thinking.
I would have loved Sonny Styles. I'm gonna take Jeremiah McCoy here, and this one, boy, if the Cowboys did this, I would be shaking, but I would be so hopeful, right? Because I think Savon Ravel looks really good.
He does.
I'm gonna kick Deron Bland inside to play the nickel, which is kind of where Dallas initially had him, and he was okay there, and I think that's really where his skill set is best at. But then I had Jermon McCoy. And the thing is, Dallas has some depth there, too, with guys like Kalen Carson. So if Jermon needs time, we're generally fine. But, I'm going to take Jermon McCoy here. This is really, we talked a bit earlier, I think 16 is really where his range starts to open up. And me taking him here in the first round is really more based off of, is he 100% healthy and does he look healthy, right? Because if he comes out in the pro days and runs like a 4.5, looks slow, can't get out of his breaks well, I'm not taking him round one, right? I'm panicking at that point.
No.
But if he tests well, he looks okay, everything checks out, then I feel pretty confident taking Jared McCoy here. And, man, this Cowboys defense is playing a lot better. They've gotten some dudes back, and, man, if Caleb Downs was here, I would love to have taken him. But
absolutely
McCoy,
not. We are not letting that. The NFL world is not letting that happen.
Hey,
Caleb with Quentin Williams, Kenny Clark, Demarion Overshown. Yeah, like, no, we're not.
Make it happen.
No, absolutely not. So, question for you.
Yes.
If there is if there's a corner right there staring at you, or if Sonny Styles is right there, so have the corner of your choice, or Sonny Styles.
Boy,
who you taking?
Man. I am taking. That's a damn good question. Oh, I don't know. I think I would lean corner, because I think I can take Anthony Hill in the back end of round one and feel good, or CJ Allen, one of the two. Those guys are both studs, right? But corner, and I like this corner class too. I think there's some solid depth to this one, but I would rather have the high-end corner, because Dallas really could use that CB1, and if you can get Mansour or Jermod, pair him up with Bland and Savon Ravel, you have DeMarvin Overshown, you could pair him up with, let's just say, CJ Allen in the back end of round one.
Mm-hmm.
That would be nice. I mean, and I also think, like, if Dallas defense keeps getting better, I also don't think that right tackle is completely out of the mix too. Like, if Spencer Fano drops to them, I do think Spencer Fano is 100% in play.
100%.
I don't think Terrence Steele's going to be on the team next year.
He's going to be a cap casualty probably.
Yeah, he will be, because Dallas is like negative $50 million in cap space right now. It's stupid.
Hence why George Pickens won't be there either. Thank God.
Hey, he will be.
No.
We're franchise tagging that guy.
I hate the franchise tag.
I do too. We'll trade we'll do another Micah Parsons deal to make sure we can sign him.
I'm mad at it. All right. The Detroit Lions. Ooh. This
feels like a Jennings Dunker spot.
That's what, I was thinking, Dunker or Proctor, and the reason I was thinking Proctor because I think he can play tackle or guard and his size, right? And like Detroit, they have some big boys up front and they cover people up so Gibbs can hide and burst. But they also need help up front. Like, this isn't a bad football team, but they have more holes than you think.
They have. They
you know what I mean?
And they tried to bring back that center for them.
Frank Ragnow, from Arkansas.
And he didn't pass his physical. Yep. That was brutal.
Yeah.
That offensive line's not as good as it has been.
No, because he retired. And I forgot who left in free agency.
Jonah Jackson left last year. And
who left this past year?
Kevin Zeitler.
Yep. Like, you lose those two pieces, your whole line changed. That offensive coordinator, whole bunch of changes.
And the secondary has injuries too. It hasn't helped them out at all.
That's why, like, part of me, I don't want to go in the secondary because at this point, I think they're cursed. Like, it happens every year with them. Secondary, like, them dudes get I'm talking about bedridden, hurt. Anyone who goes to Detroit, good player, guys on his, try it contract. I'm trying to get paid. They just get banged up and hurt, and it's sad to see because they're talented players. I'm going to go O-line. I think I'm going to go with Caden Proctor because he offers you some versatility. He's a guy who I think he ultimately is going to be a guard, but I think he will be able to fail that tackle. They'll cross-train him. But laterally, he moves well for what they do in the run game. Pass pro, he can be better. As good as an athlete he is, he does have some lazy reps in pass pro, but I think he's a Detroit guy. He's tough, he's physical, like he's wired the way Detroit likes those guys. And I don't think Detroit's going to take someone anyone thinks. I don't care who's on your board. Detroit's going to take whoever they think fits their program. Ooh.
Yeah. I could see them taking like a
Caleb.
Or
I can see Caleb. I can see Jennings. Also Austin from Ohio State.
Several. Yeah.
Yep.
I agree. They're going to take a random tackle, kick him over to guard, and he's going to be so good.
And he's going to be a really good player. So exactly.
All right, I'm up here at 18 for the Texans. I got to take an offensive lineman. I mean, this is – the offensive line has actually been not terrible the past few weeks, and that offense is actually starting to get a lot better. But that defense is so good. Yes. And I think next year is really the year where this team has to put it together because they are so good defensively that I don't think you want to waste that unit. You have Nico Collins already. You have Dalton Schultz.
Yep.
Woody Marks has looked really good there. I do think adding another running back is in store for them. But you have to get probably 2 or 3 new starters on that offensive line. We just saw the Bears rework their entire offensive line. I need Houston to do the same thing here. For them, I'm going to take I can't understand Vega Ione, I think is how you say his name.
Ione.
Kick him inside to play guard. I mean, he's been so staple there for that Penn State team. And, I mean, look, he's only had 2 hurries the entire season, 0 sacks allowed, 0 hits allowed. He's just been a total stud this year. Probably the best guard in college right now. And you put him on Houston, that gives them a huge upgrade. And, you took Ariante Ursary last year. Mm-hmm. You already have Titus. So you have some pieces, but I think you need maybe a few more. And, I think this is just, start chipping away at those offensive line holes. And this is definitely one of them.
Yeah, man. That's a good call. Like, that team is so talented on defense. That is the defensive football team built the right way. But on offense, where their holes lie, it's protecting their money. C.J. Stroud is going to get paid. He's next up to get paid. Rightfully so, because he's a talented young player. But they have to do a better job of protecting him. All right. Baltimore at 19. Get out my head, man. Leave me alone. Because
Mekhi Lemon?
I've never been a
Keldrick Falk.
big Rashad Bateman fan. I think he's so inconsistent. I think he's talented, but consistently, that pass game doesn't. It's not as good as it should be. But also, I think they lack size. That's why I'm not going to take Mekhi Lemon there. I'm going to take
Denzel
Kendrick. I'm taking Falk.
Keldrick Falk. Yeah.
Taking the D line, man. I'm taking the size, I'm taking the length, and a guy who can play. And for what Baltimore does schematically, they're a multiple front team. They run a little 3-4, a little 4-3. So I'm more on board of getting a chess piece up front. How they have a chess piece in the back end who can do multiple things. I think Keldrick Falk for the Ravens could be that also.
Yeah, that checks out to me. All right, Tampa Bay up at 20. I think they need linebacker or edge that can just get after the quarterback, right? Because they have some pieces in the secondary that you really like, but the linebackers are getting up there with age, and they just need juice off the edge. And if you want juice, I'm not the biggest David Bailey fan, but clearly the NFL and most analysts are big fans of him, so I'm not going to overthink this. I think David Bailey is the perfect 3-4 edge for this team. Just let him get after the quarterback. Fair. 22.5 pass rush win rate, 13 sacks in the season. I mean, it almost just feels stupid. He was so good versus Utah. I'm not the biggest David Bailey fan because I'm not a huge fan of designated pass rushers, but I think this is the perfect fit. Tampa Bay is a team that would be perfect for David Bailey. Same with Cassius Howell, but I think David Bailey's just he's got the longer arm length. Yep. I think a team like Tampa Bay would like a bit more. So give me David Bailey here, and this kind of gives you a bit of a layup here at 21, in my opinion.
21.
Gotta be Lemon.
I think so.
Like, honestly, this is a team that could use Denzel
Boston and get some size. That's what I'm kind of thinking right now. But then the Keon Coleman experiment for them hasn't worked out. So do they go with size or do they just go with the best receiver? Me, I'm just going to take the best player or the best player in that position. To me, that's Mekhi Lemon. Guy who gets open. He's strong after the catch, through routes, through contact. Like, don't overcomplicate it. I'm going to take Mekhi Lemon and give Josh Allen like a steady, reliable pass catcher who can create separation.
I mean, it's going to be tough to cover both Khalil Shakir and Mekhi Lemon. I mean, they may not have the most size there, but Mekhi's got some juice to him, and
he does.
That's a team in Buffalo that just needs pieces in that receiving core, guys that are difference makers, and Mekhi Lemon could be that difference maker for them. So I like that one a lot.
Now, this is interesting.
Hey, I keep telling you, this is the 2023 Philadelphia team all over again. They're back to their ways. That offense is not good right now. and they just gave an extension to Saquon. Jalen Hurts is a very limited player. A.J. Brown's pissed off. I don't know, man. It's not clicking over there right now. And for them to be at 22, it kind of is I honestly don't even know where to really go with this team. I'm thinking corner opposite of Quinyon.
Yep.
And I love Chris Johnson. I think Chris Johnson's a total stud in this year's class.
I agree. He can play.
Because I don't think Terrell makes some sense there, but Philadelphia they like bigger corners, which I know Chris is not like the biggest guy, but he's a bit bigger than Avion Terrell.
He is.
I want to go offense. I want to help out their offense, but realistically speaking, they don't need more talent on the offense. They just need better coaching on the offense, right? You have Saquon, you have AJ, you have Smitty, you have Goddard, you have your tackles, you have Dickerson, who I know hasn't been great this year, but like this offense doesn't need more pieces. Maybe a guard, but the best guard's already off the board. So I'm just going to go ahead and take corner here, and I can't take Chris Johnson. I just can't do it. I could think about Keith Abney here. I might go Keith Abney here. I don't mind Avion Terrell. His size does scare me, and I think he probably kicks inside to play nickel, which you don't really need because you already have that flexibility with Cooper DeJean.
Right.
So I'm going to go and take Keith Abney here, who I like his play a lot. PFSN said that his player comp is Jalen Johnson, and I think he plays very similar to him, and that checks out to me. So I'm taking Keith Abney here to the Arizona Cardinals, or to the Arizona Cardinals, the Philadelphia Eagles. My bad.
Good pick.
Ugh.
Like, they have to get that corner situation figured out because I think Cooper DeJean is a better nickel than outside corner, where he can be physical, play in space, cover tight ends, backs, occasionally. But, like, him outside, he's not bad. I just don't think that's where he's most comfortable. So Keith Abney for them would be a really good pick. The Jets.
Took Ty Simpson earlier.
Yeah, I did. I think I'm gonna go edge.
Oh, there you have.
No.
They have McDonald.
Not edge.
Interior.
I'm going defense. I'm going interior. Yes, I'm gonna go D-line because they need to replace Quentin Williams in some shape, form, or fashion. See, the issue is I like all three of those guys.
Yeah. I'd probably say Banks is the highest upside.
Well, I'll say that because he's playing with less talent around him, and he's just as productive, if not more, than the other two. And I think Banks has a little bit more juice in him as a pass rusher.
I agree.
Nothing special, but like I think he gets more out of his body as a pass rusher. So I'm gonna take Caleb Banks to help shore up that interior D line. And if he's anything like how Mason Graham was this year, he's going to start slow, and he's going to pick it up and get better and better as they get more reps.
I don't disagree. I like the pick here a lot. He's not going to be Quentin Williams, and he is coming off an injury, so we got to give him time. But this is a team that has to – they filled basically their one hole on the offensive end. Now it's just let's start picking up some pieces on the defense. Let's replace Quentin with Caleb Banks, and because Mozzie Smith's not going to be the guy. All right, Mozzie's not there. All right, 24, I got San Francisco. And by the way, once we get to the second round, we'll start to pick up speed here.
Yes, we will.
San Francisco, 24. Man, this team just needs to get healthy. And
they do.
But they're starting to get there. Purdy's back. We got Ricky back. We got Juwan Jennings. We got Kittle. We got McCaffrey. That offense has some pieces. Defensively speaking, I think they just need a pass rusher next to a Nick Bosa.
Yes.
I like TJ Parker, I believe, is my edge 2 in this class.
Yep.
But a team like San Francisco already has Michael Williams, who kind of would be like TJ Parker in a sense, and they need a pass rusher opposite of Nick Bosa, right? They don't need more of a base, can do everything sort of guy like TJ. I know that would be more ideal. I like Joshua Josephs quite a bit. He's been really productive this year. Had a very good game versus Vanderbilt. Was constantly in the backfield. I don't dislike Cassius Howell. He was very quiet against Texas, but he's been really productive all year. I just worry about that arm length. Now, granted, him with Nick Bosa, who Nick Bosa does not have the longest arms in the world, That's a pretty good mentor to work with.
He does
so, I'm going to go. I'll take Cassius Howell. I'll take Cassius. SEC productivity. I think he can learn a thing or two from Nick Bosa, learning how to deal with having shorter arms. And you have Nick Bosa one side, and then you can rotate Cassius and Michael Williams to give that defense some more help opposite of Nick. Because Nick is also coming back from injury, and I'm not expecting 20 sacks from him next year. I may be hoping for 12 or so. So you need somebody opposite of him, and Michael is not going to be a pass rusher. He's just not going to be that guy.
That's a good pick right there, man. Because Cassius Howell is, for what he'll be his first couple years, he's going to be disruptive. Like, the numbers might not show all the production, but he's a guy who's going to be disruptive as he learns how to rush with shorter arms versus bigger, more talented tackles. 25. The Chargers. Okay. Go to O-line. I'm going to take...
I like Austin.
I do, but knowing Harbaugh, he's going to take Jennings Dunker, put him at guard, and run power behind him 20 times. I'm not going to overthink it. Like, Jim Harbaugh is a downhill. He has the tackles. Now, let's get big and physical on the inside where we can move people, because Harbaugh is a power counter gap scheme guy. That's what he wants to do. What is Iowa? Power counter gap. Like, let's eliminate all the thinking. Let's go get big and physical on the inside.
Let's just stay healthy. That's the biggest thing. Let's just stay healthy. We got the guy. We got Joe Alt. We got Herbert. We got Hampton. Let's just stay healthy. All right, 26 here for the Browns, and man, the tackle room is just
getting thin.
I mean, I could take Caleb Lomu. It's pretty thin right now. I'm probably going to take Caleb Lomu here. I also like Austin Servold a lot because you can play him inside or outside. This is a team that we talked about at number 5. Sure, they need a quarterback.
Yep.
I'm not taking any of these guys. I mean, the one I would consider the most would be Jaden Maiava here and Sam Levitt. Mm-hmm. But Levitt's been banged up this year, and he might return to college. He might not. We'll see. I'm going to take a tackle here, and I think I'm going to take – I think I'm higher in Austin Servold. I think I am. Than I am Caleb Lomu. I think Lomu is a pretty big projection.
Yeah.
And for a team in the Cleveland Browns, they can't afford projections. They just have to hit on guys. Yeah. I think Austin, maybe he works at tackle. If not, you stick him inside to play guard, and he's going to be good. Either way, I think he'll be a solid player. I don't know if he's ever going to be a Pro Bowler or a Mauler or anything like that, but he can be a solid player for you for several years. So I'm going to take Austin Servold here.
That's a good pick.
All right. My Cowboys are in your hands. Who are you taking here?
A punter.
I'm looking at kicker, Brandon Aubrey's replacement.
Yeah, get him out of here. He makes way too many field goals. Who'd you take with the first pick?
I took Jermon
McCoy. So he might not even be ready for the start of the season. We need some edge help. Go to the edge group for me.
Yeah. I think TJ next to Donovan Ezeraki would be great.
It just depends on which TJ I'm getting, because am I getting 2023 TJ who played with urgency and just, like, I'm not gonna say effort. It was just the intent in this pass rush, like everything moved with more purpose, opposed to this year or 2024, opposed to this year where he's looked like he's just like I'm just trying not to get hurt. Go back to the edge group. Ooh. The issue is it's a talented group, and at 27 we're picking late, so we can take a chance on a couple guys. But whoever this is,
could also go linebacker.
I thought about it too, about C.J. Allen or Anthony Hill, but I also think they have linebackers there. They just, for some reason, they aren't getting anything out of them. You know what? I'm gonna go with the safe pick because I think T.J. Parker is still a good player who's having a down year. But his size, he knows how to rush the passer. He's strong at the point of attack. Like, he can play versus the run and the pass. I'm going to take T.J. Parker for the Cowboys. Help that pass rush out.
And worst case scenario, T.J. Parker's a guy that gets you, 5 to 8 sacks a season. That'll always be good against the run. And you pair him with Donovan Ezeraku, who as a Rock who has the chance to be a really good pass rusher. So that's why I like TJ next to Donovan. I think it's just kind of a nice pairing there. All right, Seattle up at 28. I mean, is there a hole on this team? Guard. They need a guard, but not many great guards, not many great tackles available here. I'm not going to take that. Linebacker's been good for them this year. I think the only position they might consider here would be corner to pair opposite of Devon Witherspoon, and because Josh Jobe is a free agent.
Yep.
And so is Reek Woolen. So I'm assuming they're going to bring at least one of them back, and the other one they'll let walk. So I think you need a replacement next to him. I think they need some size back there.
They do.
And the problem is Avion, who I think might be the best. He might be one of the best talents still on the board. He is just not big at all. And I would really.
He's a little bit bigger than
Devon Witherspoon.
Yeah, I'm about to say he's a little bit bigger than him, which isn't saying much because Witherspoon is small too.
Yeah. I don't dislike Brandon Cisse. That A&M film was one to just throw away and just don't ever look back on.
That's what makes it hard for me because I'm like, I can't unsee that because that's type of talent that you're going to see most weeks
at the NFL.
Yeah, like that's a normal week of work, and he struggled mightily.
I don't know. Yeah, I'm not going to take him here. I'm going to take my guy Chris Johnson. I think this guy's really freaking good.
I like Chris Johnson.
6 foot, 195. I call him a technician. This guy is an absolute technique demon. He's so fluid. I know San Diego State doesn't go up against the greatest of football teams, but look, he went against Cal and had a 90 PFF grade against them, right? Boise State played good. Again, I know they're not going up against Alabama, Georgia, Texas, Ole Miss, et cetera, but he is so good in everything he does. And while I think he's probably more of a day two guy for a team like Seattle that just has everything they need, I think McDonald would just fall in love with Chris Johnson, and he'd be his type of guy. So I'm going to take Chris Johnson here for Seattle.
I like that pick. I like Chris Johnson. And when people talk about competition, competition matters to a certain degree as a scout because, you want to go against the best of the best, but he's going to be a guy who, when you watch his tape, you're going to see everything you need to see. To your point, he plays with clean feet, loose hips, good reaction time. Like, everything is just clean, just clinic tape. Like, if I'm a coach, I'm coaching off his tape. It's like that. To me, it's like that more times than not. So I love that pick. Love that pick.
All right, LA Rams. Rams took Colton Hood last time.
We took Colton Hood, and
Garrett Nussmeier?
No, absolutely not. Absolutely.
They don't really need much of anything.
No, they don't. Part of me.
I will say Devontae Adams is a free agent after next year.
Devontae's going back to the Rams.
Just throwing it out there.
Devontae's going back to the Rams.
He should. He should.
Devontae is going back to the Rams because he's found the closest thing to Aaron, and he's playing out his mind. Yeah, like Stafford and Aaron are very comparable in just play styles, how they throw the ball, arm angles. I think Aaron has a little bit more talent in his body just overall, hence why he has 4 MVPs.
Yeah.
But Stafford is like, Devontae's happy. I don't think he's going anywhere for at least another year, at least 2 years probably. But I'm gonna go up front. And I'm going to take get out my head, bro. Get out my head.
He's a good player.
He's
good.
He is a Rams pick, but I like the player, and I just think watching them on tape, he's gotten better week after week. Like, you see the progression and you see the growth in his game. Big man who knows how to move people, and in this zone run game, like a big guy who can move laterally. This is this chef kiss, perfect match made in heaven fit. So, Emmanuel Prignon to the Rams.
All right, Pregnon. Play guard, play center, wherever you need him at. Let him cook in there. New England up at number 30. I would have probably considered Pregnon there to let him play right guard over in New England. Off the board. I don't dislike Kenyon Sadiq. I know you have.
Really?
I don't look. I'm not the biggest Kenyon Sadiq fan, but I would not mind him for Drake May because New England, obviously, I'm not going to say Tom Brady, Rob Gronkowski, but obviously this is a team that has history of iconic quarterback tight end duos. I know they have. I'm absolutely blanking on his name. Hunter Henry.
Hunter
I know they
Henry.
have Hunter
Yep.
Henry. But Hunter's not 20-something years old, or he's getting up there in age. He's still really good.
True.
I know you have Diggs. Diggs is not going to be there for 10 more years. He's going to be there for probably 2 or 3, right? You're getting some good productivity from the other guys. You still have Kyle Williams waiting around. I mean, maybe I could go edge rusher, but we did our edge rankings a few weeks ago, and I'm just not a big fan of Romeo Height. Not at all. Or Mason Thomas, I don't mind. If I'm taking one, I'm taking Joshua Josephs here. Let me see. Real quick, I want to see what their productivity is sack-wise, and then I'll make my pick here. Because to me, this one comes down to, if this team's getting enough sacks, then I ain't taking one. Let's see. They have Harold Landry. He's getting up there in age. 6.5 sacks. Kalavion Chason having a hell of a year. I forgot about that. And Milton Williams. And they have Braden Swinson, who I was really high on last year. Damn, they could still use another one.
Yep.
All right. I won't take Kenyon Sadiq here. I'll save him for Denver. Denver can get him at 32, which is spoiling a pick. But I'm taking Joshua Josephs. I think he's got everything you want off an edge. He's more of that designated pass rusher, but I think he can work on rundowns, which is stuff that I'm a bit more cautious with Romeo and R. Mason.
Yeah.
Quincy's, I mean, he's a freaking unit, 6'6", 275. LT Overton, just not a fit for this team. I'm taking Joshua Josephs here. I also don't mind Mateo, but I think they need more juice off the edge, and that brings me to Joshua. So give me Joshua Josephs here for New England.
Based on your rankings, this is a perfect pick for this team. And to your point, he has juice. He's not the biggest, but he has something that they lack, and that's, to me, it's speed and just like that burst off the edge, like put the fear of God in tackles. Whew, 31. All right,
They ain't gonna be drafted here. They ain't gonna be
31. The Bears, bro. I don't know, because the one thing they are doing well right now, they are running the air out the football. Like
with DeAndre Swift, my God, I
is,
give him flowers.
He
man.
is having a resurgence.
He is.
But with that said, I'm going to get a linebacker to pair up with Edmonds.
Ooh. Well, who's the other guy? Sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off.
Very good.
Is it TJ Edwards?
Edwards? No. Is he in Chicago? From
Yeah,
drawing
he's
a blank.
there. But I will say, Tremaine Edmonds, his contract's pretty big, and I'm sure they're going to get off that contract pretty soon.
It's huge.
So if you take a linebacker, I think it's totally in play. Plus, it's not like TJ Edwards is this like top 5 linebacker.
No.
You can find upgrades, and this linebacking class is so good this year.
Pretty good, and that's why I'm going to go and take C.J. Allen, go get a Georgia guy, and stack him in the middle of that defense, so he can play a year or two with
Tremaine,
right, and TJ, and he's probably at some point next year he's going to be playing in front of TJ, and then they're going to want to come off Tremaine's contract, and you already got a guy who's played, fill him right in, give him the green dot, keep it rolling.
All right, well, this is really easy. Denver, they just need some more playmakers for Bo Nix.
That they do.
Evan Ingram's been fine for them this year, but I definitely think he's not a long-term piece. You need more pieces there. Give me Kenyon Sadiq here. This one's a very easy pick. All right, we're in round 2. Before we get to pick number 33, if you guys are not subscribed to the channel, we make very consistent, not daily, but almost every single day, draft content for you guys. So if you're not already subscribed, hit that like and subscribe button. We're on the road to 1,000, so make sure you hit that button. All right, B. Ross, you're back up at 33.
Right.
Let's try to speed run these so we don't keep.
Let's go. I'm going back to corner, and I'm taking Avion Terrell. He's the best corner left on the board to me right now.
Yeah, and this is a team that I know he doesn't have great measurables, but just got to get talent at this point.
That they do.
34, I got the Saints. I took Arvell Reese last time. I'm going to take a receiver here to pair up with Chris Olave. I'm going to take Denzel Boston. I think Denzel Boston, who I'm not the highest on Denzel, but I do think his upside playing opposite of Chris Olave, he's got the size. He can win downfield. He's got some route juice to him. Give me Denzel Boston here for the Saints.
I like that pick. For the Giants.
It took Caleb Downs. Oof.
I'm going back to that secondary. And because I don't think the kid from Maryland, is it
Deontay Banks.
Deontay Banks, he's very inconsistent, doesn't play with much effort. and I'm going to take. Go back up. Go up.
We could take the Kelly Jones pick here and just use a random name like Ryan Strader.
Okay, yeah, that works because
you want to do that?
Yes, because to me he is up there when you're talking about players and corners. He should come out.
Find him.
He should come out as well. He won't be on there because he's a junior. God no.
We're gonna use Jalen Gilbo's name because B. Ross loves Gilbo. We're gonna use Jalen Gilbo's name. Giants are not taking Gilbo. This would be Kelly Jones, Mississippi State corner.
Yes.
All right. 36. I got the Raiders here. We took Peter Woods round 1, and I think that's a good pick. And I would have probably taken Kelly Jones here too, but you took him off the board here, and I'm just gonna take the next best guy, and I think Brandon Cisse might be him. I like Manny Muhammad. I kind of think he goes back to college. And I don't think he's a round 2 pick. I think he's more round 3, round 4.
Yeah.
I don't like AJ Harris really had a down year. I mean, just not the year you would want to have from him. Look, been targeted 25 times, got 23 receptions. That's just a lot of productivity. And I'm going to go Brandon Cisse. I think he's good against the run.
Makes sense.
Think in zone coverage he's really good. I think his man coverage grade is a little bit lower, but I think he's fine. I will say that LSU game and that A&M game, that A&M film was not great. But he's still young. He's still got room to grow.
Right.
And this team just needs players in the back end. And I'm going to go ahead and fix it up here. Although, you could go offensive line here too. And I don't dislike Caleb Lomu. But I'm going to take Brandon Cisse. Give that team some secondary help.
Absolutely. That's a good pick.
Every time I see Jalen Gilbo, I'm like, wait, we did that? Like, no, we did that.
Kelly Jones. God. Yeah. All right. We're in Cleveland now. We are going back on offense. We're going to get more weapons. Rather it's Shador or whoever. And I'm going to take Casey Concepcion. You're just going to go get a dude who can make stuff happen with the ball in his hands. Let's don't overcomplicate this one, Cleveland. He can return punts.
If this is their draft, the Browns with Severald, Jordan Tyson, and KC Concepcion, just get rid of Jerry Jeudy. Just get rid of him.
Yes.
Just get rid of him because he's not it. I love that. I love their. I think the Browns are some of the biggest winners of the draft so far. KC Concepcion with Isaiah Bond and Jordan Tyson. I mean, that's some juice there. And Concepcion was so good versus Texas, like just disgustingly good. And the punt returner going to be great as well. Okay.
Ooh.
Houston back up at 38, and a certain tackle has fallen down the board a little bit, and Caleb Lomu.
Ooh.
I know tackle is not like their biggest of needs, but they need probably 2 or 3 starters on that offensive line.
They do.
Give me Caleb Lomu here to add to that offense.
That's a good pick. All right. Who we got next? The Jets? Oh, yeah. I'm going
Jets.
linebacker.
Took Simpson and Caleb?
Going linebacker.
Oh, here we go.
Anthony Hill, baby.
He is such an Aaron Glenn fit as well.
Yes, he is. He can do a little bit of everything. He can rush the passer. He can play in coverage. He can play man. I think he's a good fit for the Jets.
Love that pick. All right, Arizona up. They took Dante Moore in round 1. I think you need to probably give him some more pieces to work with on the outside. And with who we're dealing with, you have Marv, Michael Wilson having a really good year.
Yep.
I would have loved to have taken KC Concepcion for this team. I'm going to go ahead and take Chris Brazel. He's somebody that gives you a lot of speed.
Yep, some size.
He had a couple of nice, really big plays against Vanderbilt. I'm going to take Chris Brazel here. Give me that speed. He got some size to him as well. I think you pair him with Marvin Harrison Jr. and Michael Wilson just playing good. Give me some general downfield speed and Chris Brazel here to give Dante Moore some points. Yeah, Falcons first pick.
You just took my pick.
Oh, my bad.
Because I'm like, you know what? Drake London, like, they don't have a speed guy. They don't have a guy who just take the top off the defense. Darnell Mooney can run, but he's not a true deep threat.
Burner.
Just, but they've gone all in on offense, and it really hasn't panned out. Just like it has not worked.
They're not kidding.
Like, they have gone all in on offense. That's what I'm thinking. because they went edge last year. I think they add to that D line and just get better up front. Any good teams who win, they're really good up front. You can look at it and just
built in the trenches.
They are built inside out. So you put Caden McDonald there, and you start to show up the interior of this defense.
All right, I'm back here. Cincinnati with round 1 took Francis Maui Noah. I think I am going to take. They need some pieces defensively. They're hard to really pin exactly what they need to get done because there's just so many needs on that side. I'm thinking I might take a corner here, but I also don't want to reach on one because I do think right now this is really where the corner class falls off quite a bit. And I'm just not seeing a guy that I'm taking round 2 here. I like Chandler Rivers a lot. I do. Can't take him here. I'm going to pivot. I'm going to go find an edge rusher. I think you need just a guy that can get off the edge because you're not going to have Trey Hendrickson next year.
Nope.
Man, I'm just not.
But you're not a big one. I'm about to say you're not a big fan.
I'm not a big fan of these guys. I'll take R. Mason Thomas. Give you some juice off the edge. He's a little bit light. Doesn't have the longest arms, but you have Shamar Stewart who has that size and length. I think maybe this could be the guy you pair opposite of him. And you're not going to pay Trey Hendrickson, so you need somebody to get after him. You better hope this guy turns into Nick Bonito, but we'll see. That's what I'll say.
Minnesota. Let's go safety.
Ooh.
They need help. Harrison Smith's getting old. So
Emmanuel McNeil-Warren.
So it's a couple guys I like. There's one guy I love. I'm taking Kamari Ramsey. I love Kamari Ramsey's game. He reminds me of his former teammate Kalen Bullock, who's in Houston now. More of a free safety type, but he has range, he has speed. I think Kamari Ramsey is a hell of a player. Fits well for what Brian Flores does as well.
All right. 44, I got Miami. They took Carnell Tate round 1.
Quarterback.
Man. I can't take quarterback here. Gosh, I never know what to do with this team. I'm going to go. I don't hate Christian Miller here. He might be the best player available right now.
Yeah.
Like a linebacker real quick. I think I'm going to take Christian Miller. I don't dislike Deontay Lawson.
Deontay Lawson, yeah.
He's a good player, and this team could use some linebacker. I'll take Christian Miller, though. I don't want to reach here. I'm going to take the best overall talent. Since Christian Wilkins has been gone, they've been kind of missing that true stud up the middle. I think Christian Miller has a chance to be a really good player.
Gotcha. All right, let's go to running backs.
Ooh.
Let's add some weapons. I'm going to go with my guy. I'm taking Jadarian Price. I think you're going to get a big bruiser who doesn't have a lot of wear and tear. He can catch the ball in the backfield, but he can also carry the load if need be. Why? Because he has no seasons with like 300 carries. He's nice and fresh, and he's a weapon. Kansas City likes weapons. That he is.
All right, 46, I got the Steelers. They took Fernando Mendoza. I need some help in the receiving core. I don't dislike Ian Strong. I need speed. I don't hate it. I think I might go Jeremy Bernard. I'm thinking Jeremy here. Just give me a dude who can get open. That also kind of reminds me of Roman Wilson, his play style. But I think Jeremy Bernard's just a very smart player.
Yeah.
Can do it all. I know Roman Wilson's similar, but Roman has been so bad for that team.
That he has.
And I think he's good. He's a decent player. I like Surratt a little bit. I like Surratt a lot. But they don't need a downfield. They have DK, right? They don't need a ton of size.
No,
they need just guys that can get open.
Exactly.
And that's Jeremy Bernard. So give me Jeremy here to be the safety blanket for Fernando Mendoza.
What do we do with the first pick, Carolina? I went Sonny Styles.
Sonny Styles.
We're going to stay on defense. And
some good edge players.
It is some good edge players. I'm going to go with Quincy Rhodes. I'm going to go with the size and the athleticism. He is still kind of raw and can be a bit of a tweener depending on what you want to do with him. But for that front, I think he has versatility that they don't have now. Like they're kind of predictable up front. So Quincy Rhodes to the Panthers.
All right. Quincy Rhodes. All right, 48, the Jets are up. Man, this is a nasty draft. Ty Simpson, Caleb Banks, and Anthony Hill. It's hard to complain about that. I think I might take a safety here, and I'm thinking I might take A.J. Halsey, who 6', 222, really good in run support. I think I'm going to take A.J. Halsey here.
I'm not mad at that pick.
Although I will say I've caught up with Emmanuel McNeil-Warren.
I like him. I do.
He's pretty good. I'll take A.J. Halsey here, though, but hey, they take him. I don't hate it at all. Took Proctor.
I think we're gonna have to go corner because we don't know who's going to be healthy next year at this point.
If Harris goes pro, I think Harris might be a decent fit.
Like his tape this year is just not. It's not as good as last. It's nowhere near as good as last year's. That's my issue.
Yeah.
Everett can run any size. But I know those guys in Detroit. They like really good football players who make plays on the ball. I'm going Chandler Rivers. Like I think this dude is. I think his best football is still ahead of him. That's the scary part. He can cover. He has range. He's not the biggest of bodies, but he knows how to play with size within being a smaller corner. So I'm gonna take Chandler Rivers to the Lions.
All right, Chandler at 49. Houston, we already took 2 tackles here. I'm also maybe considering running back here as well, and I might take Jonah Coleman.
That's your guy.
I think this is. I like Jonah Coleman quite a bit. My issue with him is just, dude, break some arm tackles, man. Just keep knee drive, dude, knee drive. And if I'm Houston, that's all I'm working on with him. Knee drive, pick your feet up, strong feet. I'm taking Jonah Coleman here. You have Woody Marks, who is a bit more. He could be your speedster.
Yep.
He's a really good player in a lot of ways. Give me Jonah Coleman to be that counter guy. You know, you have potentially your. I'm gonna use it very loosely here, but you have your Gibbs, and now you're looking for your. Montgomery.
Yeah.
Coleman could hypothetically be your Montgomery.
Good call. He went D-line.
You went Keldrick. Yep.
Yeah, we went D-line the first pick. I'm going to go with Chris Bell, Louisville.
He's got some upside.
He has some upside, and, early on, he can just be a guy who catches the ball and run. Just catch and go. Let's not overcomplicate it. Be a good athlete with the football in your hands. So Chris Bell to the Ravens. Big slide.
All right, we took David Bailey. Now I'm gonna take Deontay Lawson here. I don't mind Torian York, but he is just a little bit too short for me. 5'10" to me is.
He's tiny.
Who's the linebacker for Philly? Who's
Nakobe
Dean. Nakobe Dean's a little short too, but
he is.
I think he's so instinctive. I like Torian. I'm gonna take Deontay Lawson here though. I think he's really good in run support. He's shown me some good coverage reps too, and it's never a bad thing to take an Alabama linebacker. So I'm not gonna overthink it here.
Not at all.
All right. 53. They took Mekhi Lemon round 1.
Yeah.
I think LT Overton makes some sense.
It does, but I'm gonna throw a curveball into this mock draft. I'm taking linebacker Jacob Rodriguez to the Buffalo Bills.
Hey now.
He's a Buffalo guy, but this dude is he's one of the best football players that no one talks about week in and week out. Like his tape is really good. He's strong, he's instinctive, he's smart, he can play the pass, he can play the run. Like he's well rounded as a football player. Buffalo love guys like that. They love complete football players.
All right, Jacob, welcome to Buffalo. All right, Philly took Keith Abney round 1. I think they'd be wise to maybe find a bit more juice off the edge. Yep. That defensive line for them hasn't been great. I'm going to take Romeo Height. I'm not the highest on him, but Philly's a team that just kind of goes typically top of board, and it's worked out for them in the past, and I'm not going to overthink it here with Romeo.
I like it. All right, the Colts. This is the Colts' first pick, huh?
Yeah, they're falling off a little bit.
Yeah, they because they traded away their first-round pick to the Jets.
For Sauce.
And
next year's, too.
Yep. So.
And now he's hurt.
Isn't that how it always happens? Do I want to go I don't want to go DB. Let's go interior O line. Um, ah, whoa, nope,
Yeah, it's rough.
it is. Let's go receiver. Nope, that's not receiver. We gonna have to go corner.
Could
Maybe
be a
linebacker.
linebacker.
Yeah, maybe linebacker.
Yeah, but let's see. I'll show linebacker and corner.
Tori York, I'm just
Harris.
not a fan of.
Dalen Everett kind of.
He's to me he's similar to Jalen Jones, like taller guy who
Yeah.
can run, doesn't bend as well, but like so like I could see him being a Colts guy, right? Just Tori York is
Their issue is
too
they just
small.
signed Sauce Gardner and Travarius Ward, and they have Kenny Moore. So it's like
They have way
he
too
would be
many.
kind of a backup,
Right.
rotational player.
Right. With
Yeah.
with no way out of those contracts. This is not a good situation for them.
It's not.
In the second round.
I mean, they maybe could use another pass rusher.
Oh, actually, let's go LT Overton because I think he's I think he can play inside outside. DeForest Buckner is injured. He's coming off injuries. He will be coming off injuries next year. LT Overton has size. He has length, and he has some versatility schematically up front for Lou Morello. So let's go with LT.
All right, I took Cassius Howell first for the Niners. Now I'm going to go ahead and look at the line here. Boy. I might take Jake Slaughter here for them because he might be the best center here. They have Jake Brendel right now. I'm gonna take Jake Slaughter here.
They need a guard.
Connor Liu is hurt. I'm gonna take Slaughter here. The guards are, boy. I mean, Trevor Goosby's good. I think he returns to college.
Yeah.
I think you can kick Tiernan inside to play guard. But I think Jake Slaughter might just be a better player right now. So I'm going to take Slaughter there.
Good pick.
All right, Chargers up. They took Jennings Dunker round 1.
We're going to go edge. And
I think
I'm taking, that's my guy. I like this tape, and I like the way he plays for a team like the Chargers where they're trying to get bigger. Trying to get bigger and strong up front. I think he fits them mold well.
All right, 58 got the Jaguars. This is their first pick. Man, Jaguars they've been winning football games. Lord knows how they are, but they're winning them. I wouldn't be surprised if Brian Thomas Jr. is off the team, and that's how they may end their way back up into round 1 by trading away BTJ, which is crazy to think about.
That would be insane.
Because they just traded for Jacoby Myers, and Trevor Lawrence and him do not work together at all. They just don't. And you have Travis Hunter, who I think they're going to probably put him in as a receiver full time. That's my bet. Okay. You have Walker Little. You have Anton Harrison. You feel good about your tackles. You could use a center, but I just took probably the best one. You have Patrick McCarry. You have Ezra Cleveland. You also took Wyatt Milam last year.
Yep.
So this is a tough spot.
You go D-line?
I'm interior defensive line. You have Devon Hamilton, Eric Armstead. See, right now, this one comes down to Amari Washington or Dalen Everett. I'm going to take Amari Washington. His first step is really good.
Yep.
Solid run defender. I'm taking Amari Washington here. Yeah, we'll take him.
Oh, I get the pick from
Your
the Packers. We're going corner. The issue is I know what these guys like.
Sure, you were in the building.
I was in that building. They aren't going to like Julian Neal. They aren't going to like Malik Muhammad as much as some other teams.
He's so short.
He's too
so
small.
tiny.
So any guys who play corner in Green Bay for 5'9" and under, they get a very specific grade. Like they're good players. They get drafted somewhere else, but they can't play for us. 5'9" corners, We don't touch him.
Do you guys need a nickel?
I mean, they just paid Nate Hobbs. He's just not playing well. And then they do a lot of big nickel with Evan with Javon Bullard at nickel. So I'm going to take who I think they're going to take because one of my boys, he always gets the guy drafted in the first 2 or 3 rounds from his area or his former area. I'm gonna take AJ Harris right here.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking too.
Like
last year was good.
Yes,
this year not so
this
much.
year not so much. But I think for the value in the second round, I think that's a pick. That's a Green Bay type of pick. But I also think he is better than what he's shown. I mean, that team fell apart after that, that UCLA loss. So,
sure. All right, Seattle. They took Chris Johnson round 1. This team. I mean, what is their whole guard? I think that's what I have to fix. Right guard. They are such a good roster and not a ton of holes. I'm gonna take Caleb Tiernan.
Yep.
He can.
I like Caleb.
He's big. Can play right guard. That's probably what I'm gonna do with them. I like. Blake Miller's too small. He's a pure tackle, but he's too small. Nicky Prongos, bit of a full developmental guy, new to the game. Trevor Gooseby, I think, is a tackle. Chase Basantis. I gotta watch this guy's film. All right, I'll watch Caleb Tiernan. I'll go Caleb Tiernan here. Man, this is a good draft too.
It is. Ooh, better Rams.
I mean, would you consider Maeva?
I would either him or Levitt. I would.
Yeah,
I would.
But my question would be: would you, if you take a quarterback here and you let him sit behind Stafford, then this has to be the guy once Stafford retires.
Yep.
Right? You okay with that idea?
Actually, it doesn't have to be the guy. He has to be a guy that
he's gonna get a year at least.
Yeah, right. But you have to feel good about that. I feel good about it's the injuries with Levitt right now. They kind of worry me, but that's who I would take for that offense. I think for all the movement they do off the play action and just like how he handles the ball, Sean McVay would prefer him over Maeva. Maeva doesn't play under center. You know what I mean? Like I think Sam Levitt is more of their guy because at the least I think Sam Levitt is a good backup because of his overall athleticism. Where Jay Maeva is make or break. I have to be a really good passer of the football. So I'm gonna take Sam Levitt.
All right, Sam Levitt. New England's back up. I took Joshua Joseph round 1. Yep. I'm gonna take. Let me look at the line here. Boy, it's bare. Boy, it's not good. Cade loves Logan Jones. They don't need a center per se. I'm not reaching. I can't reach on one of those. I think I might take a. Gosh, the receivers aren't bad either. What is New England's biggest need? Let's look. If I take a receiver, they have Stephon Diggs. They have Kayshon Boutte, who's having a really good year. You already have Mac Hollins.
Yep.
You have Kyle Williams. You have Efton Chisholm. Okay, I'm not going to take a receiver. What about tight end, actually? Michael Trigg?
Michael Trigg to New England?
I feel like their style, though, is they want more of a traditional player. I could see Max Clare being the guy for them. Not having the greatest of years, and I don't his tape is particularly special, but
he has to share the balls with so many guys.
I know, 100%.
What about corner?
That's what I was going to go to next. Boy, I do not like these corners. You have Carlton Davis. You have Christian Gonzalez. You have Marcus Jones.
Safety?
Marcus Jones, 27. Safety? Ooh, you're right.
Because I have a guy in mind.
Oh, easy. Emmanuel McNeil-Warren. That's what I'm taking. He can move well. He's got size, length. Who's their starting safeties? They have Craig Woodson, Jalen Hawkins. I definitely think, those are decent players, but I think Emmanuel McNeil-Warren. Worst case scenario, really good special teams player, rotational safety. I like that pick there.
All right,
Chicago took C.J. Allen.
We got big on the inside. Yeah.
Ooh, Danny does something.
I see him. I'm gonna go interior D line. I'm gonna take Dominique Orange. He is a big man who's hard to move. Just and he plays
point blank simple.
He plays nose right now, where he gets doubles 95% of the game. The next level, the rate won't be as high. I think he'd be a much better player.
All right, and last up, we got 64, the Denver Broncos. We'll do a quick summary here in just a second of all the picks. Denver, not a lot of team needs. We passed on the tight end early. Oh, no, we took the tight end earlier. Sorry, we got Kenyon Sadiq, so don't need that. Man, they need a difference maker at receiver. The issue is I like Elijah Surratt, but he's not the type they would need because you already have Sutton.
Right.
Ian Strong, I don't dislike that. C.J. Daniels, Nick Anderson. Man, this is tough. I think I might go like. Man, this is such a good team.
Very little holes. So
I know.
Take the best player.
Do you maybe take a tackle to sit behind Garrett Bowles? Because Bowles is 33 and Mike McGlinchey is 30. 30 and 33. Their backups are not great. Tackle class is poor, but I'm going to take a tackle here and just let him develop. I'm going to take Nicky Prongos, who, man, am I going to take Nicky or am I going to take... No, sorry, not to Nicky. Carter Smith.
I'm going
to take Carter Smith here. Yeah, I'm going to take Carter Smith. Having a good year for Indiana. I think Nicky might have a higher ceiling, but I just think right now you need a rotational or swing tackle who might get some playing time down the road and could be the future tackle once Garrett Bowles retires because he's 33 years old. So we'll take Carter Smith here.
Good pick.
And that, ladies and gentlemen, completes this mock draft. Really quickly, I'm not going to go through every single pick, but just some highlights here. Ruben Bain goes number 1, Arvell Reese number 2, Mansour Delane number 6 to Washington, Ty Simpson, the first quarterback off the board, number 7 to the Jets, then Dante Moore follows him to Arizona, Jeremiah Love 11 to the Vikings, Carnell Tate 12 to the Dolphins, Fernando Mendoza is a Steeler at 14, Jeremiah McCoy is a Cowboy, Mekhi Lemon's a Bill, Keith Abney's an Eagle, Jennings Dunker is a Charger, TJ Parker is a Cowboy, Chris Johnson in the first round to Seattle, and then really quickly to round 2, Avion Terrell goes 33rd, Kelly Jones, not Jalen Gilbo, Kelly Jones goes 35 to the New York Giants, Caleb Lomu to the Texans, Anthony Hill to the Jets, Chris Brazo to the Arizona Cardinals, AJ Hawsey down the board to the Jets, Jadarian Price going back up the board to the Chiefs at 45, Romeo Height to the Eagles at 54, Jake Slaughter to the 49ers at 56, and Emmanuel McNeil Warren to 62. If you guys are watching this, you guys can see all the results on your screen. Everyone, we appreciate you guys for watching. This is our first 2-round mock draft. The next mock draft, we might do a 2-rounder with trades, so stay tuned for that one. But if you guys are new here, hit that like and subscribe button. We do weekly, twice, 3 times a week draft content, and we go live every single Friday. So if you're not subscribed, make sure to hit that like and subscribe button. We appreciate you guys. Road to 1K. Be Ross. Get us out of here, man.
Thank y'all for tuning in. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Peace out.